Fantasy Football Hall of Fame. Your host, Grady Glosson. That's right, folks. Week 4 of the NFL season. Hope your week was a good last week. Hope to see you in the Fantasy Football Hall of Fame. Remember to sign up and play today. www.fantasyfootballhall of fame, where you can become a legend, an icon, and actually be inducted in the Fantasy Football Hall of Fame. The only way to do that is you got to play within the domain and have an amazing record. Follow the criteria. Hope to see you, and I do mean you, in the Fantasy Football Hall of Fame. Speaking of fantasy football, let's go ahead and start off with our top projected running backs, quarterbacks, and wide receivers projected for Week 4 of the NFL season. Running backs, number 5, Alvin Kamara versus the Cowboys. Number 4, Marlon Mack. The Mack attack has been looking pretty impressive at Indianapolis so far this year, and the coach has mixed it up. He's committed to the running game, and the passing game has looked pretty good as well, and they're playing the Raiders. It's going to be a tight game, but we're thinking that Marlon Mack will have a very solid week. Number 3, Ezekiel Who. That's right. We know it's Elliott. I see the shirts all in Dallas everywhere. Ezekiel Elliott. The man is back, and he's playing the New Orleans Saints, and look for him to be very productive at New Orleans this upcoming week. Now let's take a look. Houston, we have a problem? No, we don't. Houston has the problem. They really do, because Superman's coming in town. And I'm not talking about the quarterback either. I'm talking about their great running back, Christian McCaffrey. That's right, Christian McCaffrey. And number 1, surprise pick for running back, Austin Eckler at Miami. Shifting over to the quarterback position, we're going to throw a bonus at you right at the very beginning here. We're going to say Daniel Jones is the real deal. And playing against the Washington Redskins, look for him to have a top 6 fantasy football pick. Phillip Rivers at Miami. Yeah, Phillip Rivers, he's a gunslinger. And he's going to be slinging it hard and often to Keenan all day long, at Miami. Kyler Murray, he's the real deal. Versus Seattle, we actually have Kyler Murray having a better game than Russell Wilson. Number 3, Aaron Rodgers versus Philly. We think the Packers are going to lose. Most people disagree, and we think Philly's going to win. We think it's going to be a tight game. Is what it is. Number 2, Lamar Action Jackson versus Cleveland Browns. Browns have looked good in the last couple of games, but Lamar Action Jackson has been tearing it up. He can run, he can pass. By golly, I think he could catch too. Look for him to have an amazing week. Number 1, how can you go against Patrick Mahomes versus Detroit? He will have a field day. Shifting over to the wide receivers. Number 5, Tyler Lockett at Arizona. And number 4, man, this guy's come on strong. He's not injury prone this year. He's looking solid. He's looking like the former first round pick that he is. Sammy Watkins at Detroit. Number 3, DeAndre Hopkins at Carolina. Should have a field day. You can't keep up with the Joneses, so you might as well pick this man, Julio Jones. He will light it up against Tennessee. Mark my words. Call me out on it next week, or you can send me a praise if you will. Number 1, Keenan Allen. All day long. Woo! As the nature boy would say. At Miami, Keenan Allen should have an amazing day. This segment brought to you by www.fantasyfootball hall of fame. Now let's go to the pick'em sections for the week. Some great games, but we're going against the grain. So listen up closely. We think the Philadelphia Eagles will beat the Green Bay Packers, even though Green Bay is favored by 4.5. Carolina Panthers at Houston, Texas. Houston is favored 4.5. We're going with the Panthers. The Cleveland Browns versus the Baltimore Ravens. The Ravens are favored by 7. We're sticking with the Ravens because we believe in Allen Jackson, and we also believe in the big, powerful running back they have back there as well. The Washington Redskins against the New York Giants. Giants favored by 3. We're going with the Giants. The Chargers at Miami. Chargers favored by 15, 16 points. Holy cow, it doesn't make any difference. We're going with the Chargers. Raiders and the Colts. Colts favored by 7. We think this game is going to be closer than most people think, and the determining factor will be an initial play or two that the head coach throws in to win this game. We are projecting the Indianapolis Colts to eke out a close one against the Oakland Raiders. The Kansas City Chiefs at the Detroit Lions. Kansas City favored by 6.5. We're going with the Lions. The Lions not only growl, they are going to attack, and they are going to attack the Chiefs this week at home. Look for the Detroit Lions in an upset. Another upset in the brew, as far as we're concerned, the Patriots of the Bills. The Buffalo Bills have been on a tear, proving they are the New England. They are the New York team, not the Giants, not the Jets, but the Buffalo Bills. And the Bills are attacking very well. And we think the quarterback is going to win this game for them. So look for the Bills over the Patriots, even though the Patriots are favored by 7. Tennessee Titans at Atlanta Falcons. Falcons favored by 4. We're going to pick the Tennessee Titans. Tampa Bay Buccaneers over the LA Rams. Rams favored by 9.5. We're going with the Rams. The Seattle Seahawks at Arizona. Murray, quarterback. Seattle favored by 5. We think the Cardinals are going to win by at least 3 points. Minnesota Vikings, Chicago Bears. That's a tough one. Bears favored, I believe, by about 2.5. We're going with the Bears. Jacksonville Jaguars versus the Denver Broncos. Yes, the Broncos look good. The Broncos are good. Guess what? We are picking the Broncos. Dallas Cowboys. How about them Cowboys? And they're playing the Saints at home. Marquee matchup on Sunday night. Saints are 7-1. Last 8 games versus Cowboys. They're 16-3. The last 19 games at home too. But it's not going to be a breeze for them because they got to play the Cowboys. The Cowboys are riding hot. Look for the Cowboys to win this game. Big time. Look for the Cowboys to win this game, I tell you. With that being said, Monday Night Football. Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers at Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh happens to be 5-0 on Monday Night Football with Tomlin as the coach. Yeah, they've got their problems. But Cincinnati has bigger problems. Look for the Steelers to steal this win. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you have a great fantasy football week and a pick'em week too. www.fantasyfootballhalloffame. Fantasy Football Hall of Fame. Hoping all your fantasies come true. Fantasy football, that is. Until next week, have a great week.